Good afternoon, everyone. Hope you're having a great weekend. This is Ryan Jackson from RyanJacksonLLC.com. Hope you all are doing well. Hope you have having a good weekend so far. And let's jump into this topic for this episode. On Wednesday morning, Richard Sherman, many of you know Richard Sherman from his time with Seattle, with the Seattle Seahawks, the Beast Mode. I'm sorry, the Legion of Boom defense in the mid 2000s Seahawks. Um, it was Richard Sherman. Um, I can't think of the other players for some reason. I'm drawing a blank. But Richard Sherman anchored that defense, and they went on to win the 2013 Super Bowl. They beat they destroyed the Denver Broncos. Of course, Russell Wilson was the quarterback, and Pete Carroll was the head coach then. He still is the head coach. Um, yeah, so he was the anchor of that defense, the legendary um, Legion of Boom defense. So he spent his first 7 years in the NFL in Seattle. He came out of Stanford in 2011, had a great career there. Spent 7 years in Seattle from 2011 through 2017, winning the Super Bowl in 2013. And then in 2014, they lost Super Bowl 49 against the Patriots. As you know, Russell Wilson elected, well, Pete Carroll, I should say, elected to call a passing play instead of a running play, instead of giving the ball to beast mode. Marshawn Lynch, they was on the Patriots 2 yard line. So instead of, running the damn ball, they passed it, and Malcolm Butler intercepted it, and that was it. Super Bowl champion, New England Patriots, Super Bowl 49. And then the last 3 years from 2018 through 2020, Richard Sherman has been a 49er, and he's currently a free agent now. Well, in any event, this isn't really football related. It is, but it really isn't. It's about Mr. Sherman's erratic behavior and how disturbing it is and how revealing it is about the NFL. So on Wednesday morning, Richard Sherman up in Redmond, Washington, at his in-laws' residence, he has been he's facing several charges of burglary, domestic violence, um, reckless driving as well, because he afterwards he got in his car and had drove drunk. And this is just sad. It's wow. Richard Sherman is I don't too much care for him as a player, but I never denied the man was a beast on the field. Didn't too much care for the Seahawks. I called them the Sea Chickens, so I wasn't a Richard Sherman fan. But like I said, I gave the man his props. He was a good defender. Good defender. Bright guy, real bright dude, real bright dude. Hell, he graduated from Stanford. So I admired that about Sherman. He was just in interviews, you could tell he was there. He was all together. He knew what he was talking about. Um, I hate to say he was, with a black man, an athlete. People tend to say, "Well, he's so well spoken." I hate to say that, but Sherman was. You could tell he knew his stuff. The brother was smart. The brother is I think he's a smart man. The brother is very intelligent brother. And for this to happen, it's just so disturbing. I feel bad for him, his family, in-laws. What? Yeah, I just feel bad. So he's facing, like I said, several charges. One of which includes suspicion of burglary, domestic violence, and he was arrested at his in-laws' residence in Redmond, Washington on Wednesday morning. Also, I'm looking here on Yahoo Sports. It says a home surveillance video of Richard Sherman's confrontation at his in-laws' house has emerged, shedding more light on an incident that resulted in a free agent cornerback jailed and charged with a litany of misdemeanors. A litany. The video obtained by KOMO News, Alfred Charles, shows Sherman attempting to open the locked door, profanely demanding his father-in-law, Raymond Moss, come out of the house, then trying to break down the house with his arms and shoulder. Other occupants of the house can be heard screaming. After the door holds firm, Sherman continues to demand Ross comes out, repeatedly yelling, "Come through," before trying to push down the door again, then stumbling away. Sherman was later arrested outside the house by Redmond police officers and held without bail until his release Thursday. He faces charges of criminal trespassing, malicious mischief, driving under the influence, and resisting arrest, all misdemeanors, while a felony charge of burglary, domestic violence, has been dropped. Okay. Sherman appeared in court Friday, where he pleaded not guilty to all charges. Before Sherman's release, a judge ordered him to have no contact with his father-in-law and not use any alcoholic or non-prescription drugs. Prosecutors also obtained an order forbidding him from having guns. The article goes on to ask what happened with Richard Sherman. Since the emergence of the above surveillance video is the latest documentation of what appears to have been a scary night for Sherman's family. In a recording of a 911 call obtained by multiple media outlets, a woman believed to be Sherman's wife, Ashley Sherman, can be heard requesting immediate assistance after her husband became drunk and belligerent and threatened suicide during a confrontation with family members. The woman warns police that Sherman, whom she said was on antidepressants and was receiving mental health counseling, may try to fight them if they come to the scene. In a follow-up call, the woman says she believes her husband is traveling to her parents' home in Redmond, leading to the events of the video. Raymond Moss reportedly told officers he armed himself with a handgun and fired pepper spray at Sherman, though it's unclear if that happens in the video. The Redmond police chief told reporters the conversation with Sherman was amicable when officers arrived until Sherman allegedly fought with officers when he was told he would be taken into custody. A police dog was reportedly deployed against Sherman because a taser was deemed too dangerous due to the chemicals on his clothes and Sherman to be too close for a beanbag gun, leading to minor cuts on Sherman's lower leg that were later treated at a hospital. Sherman is also accused of a single hit and run, with a different 911 caller describing a possibly impaired driver driving through a closed construction zone. Oh, this is disturbing. Damn, I hate to hear this. But it's disturbing as it is. It's revealing about the NFL, and it's an alarming trend of erratic and dangerous acts committed by former and current players, and it's due to suffering traumatic injuries to the brain. I mean, David Duerson, Andre Waters, Junior Seau, um, Mike Webster. The list goes on and on and on and on. Vincent Jackson, I think maybe prescription drugs overdose. But it's just far too many of these NFL players are dying or being affected by CTE at a young age and dying young. And it's from constant banging of the head. The human body is not made for that. We are not rams. We are not buffalo fighting for the affection of a female buffalo or a female ram or a doe, whatever. Animals are built that way, not human beings. And I love the game of football. I love the sport. Love football. Love it. But then, I would not want my son to play football. I would not want my son to play that sport because the studies have shown that constant, you know, um, the long term effects, constant, the hitting of the head at full speed causes long term brain damage, and it causes erratic behavior, and it causes wear and tear on your body. Love the game of football, but it's a brutal sport. It's a violent sport. Let's be honest, it is. And there have been far too many instances of this going on where former NFL players and current too have, have signs of CTE. And what really did it, what really brought this to light was the Will Smith movie that came out a few years ago called Concussion. I think that's the name of it. And it shined a light on the NFL on how they, how they cover up what these men are going through, how they, cover it up and mask it. Oh, you okay? Go out there and play. It's nothing. Well, now they can't, they can't hide. They can't hide behind it. It's out in the open now. The public knows. My mother used to always say, "Was done in the dark will eventually come to light." And this issue with CTE came to light. It came to light, and now the NFL can't hide from it. Now players are in concussion protocol, not just in the NFL, but in the NBA, Major League Baseball, the NHL, all the sports. They're in boxing. They're in concussion protocol because they don't want to play with this stuff. They don't want lawsuits. The public, it'll be public outrage. So that's why they're trying to do the right thing. Could more be done? Oh well, of course, more could be done. But right now, they're trying to do just enough to stay out of trouble, which is good but not really good, if you know what I'm saying. So if Concussion, that movie had never came out, these instances were cover up of these players, committing suicide and displaying erratic behavior, it would have been business as usual for the NFL. I'll never forget Andre Waters. I forgot who the Eagles was playing. He was a safety for the Philadelphia Eagles back in the 80s and 90s. Andre Waters, rest in peace. He passed in 2006. At the age of 44, 43 or 44, young man. Um, he used to tackle with his head. I remember a couple of times he knocked himself out of the game. They brought him to the sidelines, gave him some smelling sauce, revived him, asked him was okay. Did hey, how many fingers I'm holding up? What's your name? You good? Yeah, I'm good. He went back out there and played. They wouldn't dare do that now. They would not dare do that now. Not dare. No, no, sir. But like I said, in the 90s, it was, it was business as usual. Dave Duerson from the Chicago Bears on the 85 Bears team. May he rest in peace. Another one, Mike Webster, offensive lineman with the Steel Curtain Pittsburgh Steelers of the 70s. Suffered with CTE. Um, Junior Seau. So many others. Young guys died way too young. And we don't know what lives they would have led if they would have lived on, because their lives were cut short. And like I said, the NFL can't hide behind this now. They can't hide their hand because it's been revealed. It's been revealed. And I feel bad for Richard Sherman. Um, I'm praying for him, his wife, his family, the in-laws. Just praying for that man. I think he needs to retire from football. I think this is a sign that he needs to step away. See, 10 years, and this is what's happening with his brain. Heaven forbid if continues to play, he needs to step away from the game of football. And this is a sign. I think this is a sign that enough is enough. You done what you could for the game. You had a great career. It's just time to step away, walk away from the game. He's a free agent. I don't think any team is going to touch him. Now that this has come out with what happened a few days ago up in Washington State, no team is going to touch him. It's too much. It's too much of a risk. Why would you? Why would you? I mean, seriously, why would you want to even sign this guy? Yes, he's a great talent, but he's mentally he's not right. He shouldn't be on the football field. He should be getting the help that he needs. Damn football. Damn a football career. Get him mental help. Get this man help before it's too late. Before he kill himself or kill somebody. Get this brother help. He's crying out for help. And so, like I said, I hate to see his career or I hate to see his life, um, I hate to see him go through this. I really do. It pains me. But at the same time, maybe it's a good thing because he will get the help that he deserves and needs. And he can step away from football. Get out the game. Yeah, this is a sign that he needs to retire from football. 10 years is long enough. Like I said, God forbid he plays another game or another year. He needs to just step away, be with his family, and deal with his issues that he's that's plaguing him. Because this man needs to be far away from a football field, far away as possible, for his safety and for the safety of his family, for his health, mental health, and like I said, for the benefit of his family and for him too. But this is just a disturbing trend about the NFL. For like I said, far too many of their former and current players, and we don't know who else may be suffering with this. Richard Sherman isn't the only one. Yes, he's currently, he's a free agent, but he is not the only one that's suffering with this. He's not the only one. There are many others, and it's going to be revealed. We will find out, and the NFL has some questions to answer. How long did you guys? What are signs there? Were you guys ignoring the signs? What the hell? What's going on, Roger Goodell? What's up, man? You draft these guys. It's like almost like a slave market almost, and I hate to compare it to that. These combines. They have these guys in these skimpy tight shorts. They look at their muscles. Let me see how high he could jump. Let me see how fast he can run. Let me see how strong he is. And then they give him a so-called IQ test, and they ask them these ridiculous questions to see if they're, mentally competent, you know, to to deal with the media, to deal with the pressures of the NFL. They don't give a damn about these guys. They just, it's like a slave market. How you can make me richer, boy. Make me wealthier. How fast you can run, boy. How fast you can jump, boy. And then when you beat up and your brain ain't right, then you know you're of no use to them. They don't give a damn about you. Then when you step away from the game and you kill yourself or hurt a family member, then oh, he was a sweet guy. We are our thoughts and prayers are with his family. We're so sorry to hear this. This is sad. We're gonna look into this. We're gonna, examine his brain and see if it was CTE. The hell, it was CTE. It was. It was traumatic brain injuries. So the time you care about him is when care about these guys or when they're making you money. But like I said, when they beat up and used up, you're done with them. It's almost like a racehorse. When a racehorse suffers an injury and can no longer run, they euthanize that horse. They kill it. So inhumane, yes. But what happens to these NFL players is extremely inhumane. And no one's talking about that. Can we have that conversation? We have a conversation about how animals are treated inhumanely, but what about humans? Are we that far down the priority chain? I guess we are. And if you're a black man, you really down far. You really far down the chain. You down there with rats and roaches. Cats and dogs get more priority than you do. Am I right or am I absolutely right? But like I said, oh man, when I saw this on Wednesday, I was like, come on, no, no, not again. And he's a current player, not again. So my prayers are with Richard Sherman, with his wife, Ashley, the family, the in-laws, and just with him. I just hope he gets the help he needs. I hope the Lord works in his life and he's able to be healed and live a productive life, be a good husband, be a good father to his children, be a good son-in-law, for his mother and father-in-law. Just I just hope God just work in this situation. I hope and pray. And I'm sorry to hear this. It pains me to hear this situation. It really does. It really does. But Richard Sherman does not, and I repeat, he does not need to be anywhere near a damn football field. He needs to retire. If I'm his agent right now, I'm like, look here, Rich. It's been good, man. 10 years. You did your thing. 7 years up in Seattle. 3 years with the 49ers. 10 seasons. You got a Super Bowl. Went to the Pro Bowl a few times. Um, came close to winning the Super Bowl a second time in Super Bowl 49 against the Patriots. Came up short. Had an excellent career. Had a great college career. But man, it's time to call it a game. It's time to call it a career. It's time to hang it up. Time to hang it up. We love you. And for your health, safety, and for to save your life, we're going to tell you you need to step away. You can fire me as your agent. That's your prerogative. That's your right. But as a friend, I'm telling you, you need to step away from the game of football immediately. Immediately. I'm telling you this because I love you and I care about you. Not because I want another payday if you sign another contract. No, That's the least of importance. I wouldn't be a friend. I wouldn't be, a man if I didn't tell you the things I'm telling you now. This is what I'd be saying if I was his agent. The conversation I'd be having with him. I'm just pretending that if I was his agent, Ryan Jackson. I love you, man. Like I said, 10 years, but it's time to call it a career, man. Time to hang him up. I'm telling you this to save your life, to save your family, to save their life, for your health, your mental health, your well being. I love you. You're a friend. And like, take heed to my advice. You could take it or leave it alone. But like I said, I wouldn't be a man if I didn't tell you this. And this is coming from my heart. It's time to call it a career. Now, if you could fire me or what so have you, but you cannot say that I'm not warning you. You cannot say that I don't care and I don't love you. It's not about me getting more money if you sign a 1 year deal somewhere or a 2 year deal. It's not about that. You don't need to be signing any more deals. You need to get help. The signs are there, damn it. You need to get help. That's what I would say. That's the conversation I would have with Richard Sherman if I was his agent. But these agents, some of them they're some greedy bastards. So who knows? Hopefully his agent do the right thing, by him and by the family, his loved ones, friends that care about him, and tell him to step away, retire. I hope and pray that happens. In any event, I'm gonna hop off of here on this subject here. Let me know what you think. Let me know your comments, your opinions. We don't have to agree, but we can agree to disagree without being disagreeable. What we do here. And like I said, till next time, I love y'all. Take care and God bless. And share this on social media. Get it out there in the algorithm so we can have the conversation. Take care. Love y'all. God bless. I'm out. Peace.